What is up, YouTube? So this clip that I'm filming right now is actually after the arm workout. I was in a pretty big rush yesterday when I did arms, and look, for the content you're about to see, I was in a pretty big rush, so I didn't have time to do a pre-workout talk necessarily. So anyway, same deal like always with arms, starting with triceps first, going as hard as I can on them, and then going into biceps after. I'll do more of a set breakdown in the voiceover while I'm editing the video, but I basically did a lower volume arm workout today, as you're about to see. I did 8 sets of triceps and 8 sets of biceps rather than closer to probably like 12 sets each, so a bit less volume, but in knowing that it was going to be a quicker workout, I tried to keep the rest time shorter and tried to keep the intensity even higher. So again, if you think about it like this, like, oh, I only have 8 sets to absolutely destroy the muscle and give it all I can, then thinking and then having that mindset will really help in terms of the intensity that you put into it. If you think of it as, I only have X amount of sets to really fully destroy the muscle, I'm gonna have to make it all count. So I basically that was my mindset for this workout, knowing that it was going to be a bit shorter. But I unfortunately didn't have time to do any forearms. But today I'm gonna go slam some legs. So in tomorrow's video, I might do a little bit of forearms after, just to get them in because I don't want to have to skip them this week. But anyway, with that all being said, I hope you all enjoy the workout, and I will see you tomorrow for legs. Peace out.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? So I'm starting off my arm workout with some W bar extensions. I was feeling pretty strong on just all the movements today, so I wanted to start with more of a heavy bar extension rather than rope extensions, just to really fatigue my triceps with some heavy pushdowns, rather than more of a lighter weight with the ropes. These felt super duper nice here. I got as many as I could full reps, and then I still tried to squeeze out as many partials afterward. This was my top set here, and then I did 2 pump sets after with a lighter weight for about 15 full reps. Now moving into a pressing movement for triceps, I'm doing some close grip bench. I believe this is 225 right here. Um, I feel like for triceps, I like to do majority extensions between overhead extensions for skull crushers. I meant for the long head of your tricep, and some just straight down extensions for the lateral head. But there is a medial head of the tricep that I also want to work, and I feel like they can be worked through dips or close grip bench. I've been kind of on a close grip bench kick the past couple weeks. The dips have been feeling great, but close grip bench was just a good little switch that I could do as well. As you can see, I'm doing a bit of a drop set here. This was my top set where I went heavy, and I still did a drop after to pump out a few reps, but I did a lighter, more slow and controlled set after this as well. These felt really nice. I'm just, honestly, if you look at my hands, I'm not even really gripping the bar. I'm just trying to hold it and just almost imitate like a push up in a sense. I'm really just trying to push. Sometimes when I grip a bar and like hold it, it kind of just takes the mind muscle connection off the muscle that I'm using. So, especially with back, I try not to use my hands too much. Again, that's just a little thing that I do to get a mind muscle connection better on the actual muscle I'm trying to work. Now moving over into some cross body extensions. These felt really, really nice. As you could see, I'm kind of extending my arms outward rather than straight down. And this is really going to target the entire tricep rather than just the lateral head. If I just push straight down, it would really just be targeting the lateral head. But since I'm going out, I'm really targeting that medial and long head as well. These felt super duper nice here. This was my top set. Again, still trying to go pretty heavy on all the movements as long as I can. Just again, when I'm going heavy, I'm not the form is not going to take a hit. I'm going heavy with good form, and then the form will obviously start to break down towards the end, but I'm going to just do some partials when it does. Now moving over into some skull crushers with the W bar on the cables. I wasn't really feeling any free weights today. My shoulder, I sometimes I just get a little worried with my shoulders with like any overhead skull crusher. So if you notice here, if you look at the like cable path, it really is a skull crusher, even though it's not over my head. Just the fact that I'm kind of leaning outward, it is targeting that long head of the tricep. So if skull crushers ever bother your shoulders, definitely give these a shot. It's a great alternative to work the long head of the tricep. If you've watched any of my arm days in the past at Planet Fitness, you know that I really like to use the row machine for skull crushers as well, but someone was using it, so this was the next best thing. As you can see here now, if I were to just be standing straight up and continuing this bar path, it would be exactly like a regular skull crusher. These felt super duper nice. This also happened to be the last set of triceps, so now moving into biceps after this. Alright, so right here is my top set for biceps right here. I got the 60s in each hand. Again, I'm going nice and heavy on the first work set. Again, I feel like there's a lot of mixed opinions about going heavy for biceps or just arms in general, but I explained it in a previous video that I like to think of the heavy top set as almost like you breaking down the muscle fibers. You know, you're fatiguing them a lot, and then doing like a pump set after is really just going to flood the muscle with as much blood as possible. So, I re-say it, heavy sets just breaking down those fibers, and then you do a pump set after to just flood in as much blood as possible into the already broken down fibers. It makes sense in my head, and I hope it does for you guys too. Even when the form starts to break down, I still try to get a great squeeze at the top on the triceps and try to control it down as best as I could. Again, this set gets a bit messy because it is a top set and it is pretty heavy, but all in all, it felt super duper good, and my biceps were super fatigued after this set. I did record the next set of dumbbell curls as well, just so I could show you both variations of a top set where I'm going really heavy here, and then a pump set after. Right here I got the 40s, and you could see I'm doing them a bit more strict, more slow and controlled, getting a great squeeze at the top, really rotating my palm upward at the top, getting that full bicep squeeze. And I'm getting that full stretch at the bottom. These felt super duper nice here. I believe I got 10 with the 60s to start, and now I believe I'm getting the 40s in each hand for about 12 to 15 reps. These felt super duper nice today. Again, getting a real nice squeeze at the top, good stretch at the bottom. Really focusing on each arm separately. If you notice as well, I am using wraps. This is just to take the forearms out of the equation and really just put all that tension on the biceps. Again, when I'm working a muscle, like for example back, I am going to use wraps on 99% of the movements, because when I'm training back or training dumbbell curls right here, I'm only trying to work the given muscle. You know, like when I'm doing back, I'm not going to want to work my forearms. I'm going to want to work my back, you know. So if I can do something to just target it a little bit better, I'm absolutely going to do it. These felt super duper nice here. Even when I can't get that full lockout, I'm still going to try to curl it up as much as I possibly can. This felt super duper nice. Now moving over into some cable preacher curls. I got all the heavy movements really done for biceps on dumbbells. So now I'm just going nice, slow, and controlled. Getting a good squeeze at the top. Taking it down nice and slow and getting a really nice stretch. I absolutely love preacher curls because it is the one movement for biceps. Being that your elbows and your triceps are kind of supported on the pad, it really creates a nice stretch on the biceps at the bottom. So you get a full range in motion, and you can really pump your biceps up nicely. If you don't have a preacher curl machine at your gym, you can absolutely do concentration curls. I can maybe show them next arm day. And all you really do is you kind of use your knee or your quads almost as a preacher curl. So again, if you don't know what I'm talking about from that brief explanation, I will definitely show them in the next arm day, because I've been kind of thinking about doing them. Now I'm moving over into the last bicep movement of the day. I'm just doing some face away curls on the cables. These felt super duper nice. At this point, my biceps are super duper fatigued, so I'm just going nice and light, getting a good squeeze and a good stretch, not really focusing too much on how much weight I'm moving here. So yeah, I'm just really trying to get every last little bit out of these biceps on this movement here. I guess metaphorically speaking, I'm emptying the tank, just doing absolutely everything I can to get the maximal pump on the biceps. These felt super duper nice. I highly suggest doing these if you don't. Anyway, that's it for the video. I'll see you tomorrow.